for those of you who are new, my name is Emily. I keep lots of reptiles. For today's video, I will be doing a updated room tour of my reptile room, in addition to a couple other spots in my house, along with a updated version of all of my pets. So thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoy. Okay, so to start off, we're gonna do a new room tour. So here is the second largest enclosure in this room. It has 6 juvenile redfoots in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is my new 8-foot by 4-foot enclosure that my dad built. It is in another one of my videos, so go ahead and watch that one if you haven't. But here is the 8-foot by 4-foot. This one has Doris and Geode in it. And there they are. And then this one on the bottom is more like a quarantine enclosure. This is holding a new male that I'll introduce you guys to. Just making sure he's not sick. I know it's a little small, but for now it has to do just before I put him in with Doris and Geode. But here he is. And then right here we have a 31-gallon front opening enclosure. This one has 2 baby redfoots. Is my camera would there we go. This one, they are redfoots, but they are solid yellow redfoots. This one right here is the bigger of the 2. And then this one is just an enclosure for some isopods. And then down here is my bigger, larger enclosure for all of my majority of my isopod colony that I have. This is a smaller enclosure for some different kind of isopods. Let me see if I can show you what they look like. Get this out of the way. Okay, so the ones in here, I think there's only like 4 of them. Okay, these are the Armadillidian species. There's 2 right there, but these guys are awesome. They're the typical roly-polies. They roll up into a ball. I love them. They're probably my favorite ones. And then here is a overview of what everything looks like. Okay. So in addition to that room, I also have my bearded dragon out here in my living room. And then I've got a kitty here that won't stop following me around. Come here. This is a nice girl. She's the nicest girl. This is Eloise. I have another kitty somewhere. She's probably sitting on my table in a box. But this is one of the first kitties I got. She's a nice girl. And then out here is my outside enclosure. Can't really see. I'll show you guys in a second what it looks like outside, but that is a 8-foot by 5-foot enclosure that my husband built for me. But yeah, here's where Mustard is. He's chilling. And then don't mind the mess here, but this is another one of my enclosures. That is not Pebble. This one in here is Cecil. He is a, oh man, probably almost a year old. He is a cherry head as well, like Doris and Geode are. But he is in a 40-gallon breeder as well. I think it's a boy, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, and for this last enclosure, this is my outside, stepped in so much water, my outside 5-foot by 8-foot enclosure. This one had George in it when I still had him. He went missing, not sure where he is. Still haven't gotten him back, but hopefully I get him back soon. But this is the enclosure he was in. We built for him. But yeah, it's got 2 larger grass bushes. It's got a hibiscus tree. And then I do have a mulberry tree. It's extremely tall. I planted that November maybe. No, I think longer than that. But anyway, I planted that. It's in dormancy right now. It looks a little dead, but it's still alive because it's been super cooled out recently. So this is the outside enclosure. Excuse all the boxes, but this is my other kitty. This is Mimi. This is a pretty girl. She's my baby. She sits on me all the time. I just had to show her because she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. So now I'm going to introduce you to all of my animals. Okay, so for my first animal, this is Mustard. He is a central bearded dragon citrus morph. He is 2 years old, maybe a little over that, but he was about 1 year old when I got him, and I've only had him 1 year, so he is 2. He is my baby. I love him very much. He's a sweet boy. He wasn't doing too good not too long ago. A little worried about him, but he's doing much better now. I'm feeding him this gel, and I'll show you guys here. I'm feeding him this bearded dragon gel that he absolutely loves, and it's been really helping him. So I'm very thankful for that. But yeah, this is Mustard. He's just a baby. So for my next animal, this is Dave. He is my new male red-footed tortoise. I got him on, what's today? Today is the 8th. I got him on the 5th of February. I was given him by a very nice gentleman who could not take him anymore. Not actually sure how old he is. If I had to guess, he's probably at least 10. He is definitely a male. I'm sure you can see how concaved his belly is. He's got a great big tail, and he also has something called wasping that most red-footed males will get. He also has, and I'm sure you saw that when I showed him, he's got some damage right there on his shell. I'm not entirely sure what happened. The man who gave him to me was not sure as well. He purchased this tortoise 3 years ago, roughly, and when he purchased him, he had this scar. So he's not entirely sure what happened to him. But if I had to guess, it was some sort of, most of the time you see this as usually some sort of lawnmower accident. Or maybe he was hit by a car. But what's cool about this is tortoises' shells are living. It is part of them. They can feel through it. They have nerve endings. It's just like our fingernails. So the outer layer of his shell is like our fingernails. It's made out of keratin. The inner layer is bone. And I'm sure you saw right in this area, you see that is bone. However, what is cool about their shells is they grow from the inside out. So once this 100% completely heals, this bone on the outside he'll have a new healed bone on the inside, and the keratin layer on top will actually grow underneath that bone, and then eventually this bone will peel right off. So yeah, he's a healthy boy so far. He's doing really good. He's a little shy, but that's okay. I'm a new person. He doesn't know me yet. But he's sweet. That's Dave. So for my next tortoise, this is Doris. She is my baby. She is what started really all of this. She will be 7 in April. I got her April 25th of 2023. She has been doing so good. So unlike Dave, she is a red-footed tortoise. However, her locality of what she is a smaller subspecies of red-footed tortoise called cherry-headed red-footed tortoise. So she will stay a fairly small size. If she's not full grown now, she'll probably stay around this size, maybe a little bit larger, but she's doing so good too. hopefully eventually I will be able to breed Dave and her together. Get some cute little babies from her. That would be great, and then I can document that. She is female. She's got so unlike Dave, Doris has a flatter belly. I'm sure you can see that. She's got a tiny little tail, and she has no wasping. Now, with cherry heads, they don't typically, the males will not typically get the wasping because they're a smaller species, but it can happen. But yeah, this is my girl. This is my third tortoise. This is Geode. Geode is just like Doris. Geode is a cherry head red-footed tortoise. Geode, I think Geode's about 5. Geode will be 5 in March. Geode is looking like could be a female. Just the short little tail, pretty flat belly. Scientific term is plastron. However, now she could be a more dominant female, but Geode is presenting pretty male characteristics. So he will head bob at Doris. He will follow her around. So that's why I'm thinking maybe he's male, but I still have no idea. Probably female, most likely female. But yeah, I've had Geode since March 30th of 2024. So it will be 2 years this year. I was given him by a family who could not take care of him anymore. And they gave me a call and asked me if I wanted him. I said, yes, absolutely. Yeah, of course, I'll take him. It's not super serious, but he's got some pyramiding going on. Not too happy with that, but it is what it is. Trying to get that as smoothed out as possible. Yeah, this is Geode. Okay, so this is my 4th tortoise. This is Stevie. Her name was Tortellini. I got her from a super nice lady who was keeping her. She kept her super great. She's super healthy, but realized maybe she needed to be in with other redfoots because they are a communal species. They like to be around each other. Stevie is a normal redfoot. If I had to guess, she's probably 4. She looks great. I'm pretty sure is a female. She's got a flatter plastron. She got a short little tail. So this is Stevie. Okay, so this is my 5th one. This is Sandwich. Sandwich, I think, is a little girl. I got Sandwich in September of last year. My family and I went to Perkins for lunch one day, and we were sat across the room from another older family. It was an older couple and their friend, and the wife was on a FaceTime with her granddaughter, is what I assume, and I had just happened to look over and saw a red-footed tortoise on the screen. So I didn't want to intrude, but I was like, hey, I think that's a red-footed tortoise. And they were like, yeah, my granddaughter found it. Long story short, I was able to connect with the mother of the little girl because they could not take care of it. They could not keep it. They found it in their yard. And I was able to meet up with them and get her from them. But this is Sandwich. She's doing really good. I think she's a little girl too. She's got a short little tail and a flat tummy. So she looks great. She's got a huge personality. Love her very much. Every time I go in that room, she is always out. Yeah, she does so good. They eat good. All of my tortoises eat good, but she eats good. They're doing so good. But there's Sandwich. Okay, so this is my 6th one. This is Ivory. Ivory, I'm pretty sure, is also a little girl. Flat tummy. Got a pretty short tail. There we go. I'm sticking her tail out. She's got an extra scoot. I think she's cool. I got her, when did I get her? August of 2024. Yes, I think August of 2024. She's been doing great. She is one of the 6 babies I have in the 2nd largest enclosure in my reptile room. She is also a red-footed tortoise. All of the tortoises I have are red-footed tortoises. I just have a couple that are cherry head red-footed tortoises, but most of mine are just regular redfoots. This is my 7th tortoise. This is Cookie. I have had Cookie about as long as I've had Doris. I got Doris April 25th of 2023, and then 3 days later I got Cookie, April 28th of 2023. Cookie, I'm pretty sure, is a girl. She's got a short little tail, pretty flat plastron. Pretty sure Cookie is 3. She was only a couple months old when I got her, so had her for almost 3 years. So math, that makes her 3. She does really good. She's super friendly as well. All of the juvenile babies I have are super friendly. It's Cookie. This is the 8th tortoise I have. This is Chunk. Chunk's name used to be Molasses, and then I realized Chunk might be a male, so I liked that name better than Molasses. I'm sorry, I did not mean to scare you. You have a piece of stick. There we go. I think Chunk might be a boy or turn out to be a boy because the way the tail's looking looks it's hard to tell on video, but looks a little different than my other babies who could be female. He's super friendly. I've also had just about as long as Cookie and Doris. I got him May 13th, 2023. He's super friendly, and him and Sandwich like to follow each other around all the time. Yeah, there's Chunk. This is my 9th tortoise. This is Pebble. Pebble is 2 years old. I got Pebble, when did I get Pebble? I think April 17th of 2024. Pebble has a bunch of extra scoots. I thought that was so cool when I got her. She only weighed like 25 grams when I got her too. She was itty bitty. I think Pebble might be female because of the little itty bitty tail and the flat plastron. She's also very friendly. Yeah, there's Pebble. This is my 10th tortoise. This is Cecil. I think Cecil's a boy. I have no idea though, because it's so tiny. Cecil, if I had to guess, is maybe a year old. I think size-wise, it's telling me he's a year old. Cecil is a cherry head red-footed tortoise. I got Cecil last year, I think October 18th of 2025. The reason I think Cecil might be a male is just how large his tail is for a baby. Now, it is still very hard because he is so small, but I'm thinking he might turn out to be a boy. Here's Cecil. He's so little. And these are my 11th and 12th one. This one is Sunny, and this one is Pickle. They are Colombian red-footed tortoises. They are solid yellow. I think they are so cool. I got them from Dr. Bryant King. He sets up at a couple of the reptile expos with, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're pygmy African side-neck turtles. I feel bad because I don't remember, but I got them from him. He at one point was breeding red-footed tortoises and then just realized that it was easier to breed swimming turtles. So he got rid of all his adults and didn't realize that when he got rid of all his adults, one of the females he had laid a clutch in the ground and he didn't know about it, and they hatched in the ground. So these are my two solid yellow Colombian Redfoots. You'll notice that this one is a little bit smaller than this one. However, I think they came from the same clutch. The reason this one is smaller is I think it may have been a twin. It is not significantly smaller, but you could definitely see the size difference between the two. They are the same age. I think this one was a twin because Dr. Bryant had, after he had given me this one, he had messaged me about a week later saying he found another one. I was going to get that one from him, and it ended up passing away, so I was not able to have that one, but I'm pretty sure this one was a twin, which I think is super cool. But yeah, here is Sunny and Pickle. They are not a year old. I'm not entirely sure how old they are. They are probably 6 months old if I had to guess. They're still pretty little. But yeah, I think they're super cool. And that, you guys, is all of my animals. I have one bearded dragon, I have 12 red-footed tortoises, and I have 2 cats. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. Please like, share, subscribe, do all the things, whatever you guys like to do. Thank you so much again for watching, and hope you all have a great day.